Okay, I want to get this video out as soon as possible because MAGA's Project 2025 is happening. And for those of you who deny it, come on. You can stop that now. The Russian bots have all gone away, and we now know this is true. It's always been the plan. And if you want to see what attorney generals have to say about Project 2025 and how it compares to Agenda 47, go look up the state of Washington's attorney general's speech from yesterday. You can find it here. I'll try to tag it below, because they've been preparing for Project 2025 for months. They know the executive orders are coming. Steve Bannon was on a podcast yesterday, we all know who he is, saying that it's fabulous that Project 2025 is now here. And if you missed it, Matt Walsh also said this. Now, if you don't know who Matt Walsh is, you can go follow this post, but he's a conservative commentator who has also called for the repeal of the constitutional amendment that gives women the right to vote. But what I think is really important here is that we are going to have to start setting up and funding mutual aid, especially for people in the marginalized communities, Black, Indigenous people of color, immigrants, and the LGBTQIA+ community. Because one of the things that has been documented, again, you can go do the research, where Trump in his first presidency did not want to fund blue states if they're for any disaster aid or anything like that. So we should be prepared. Again, this is just preparing. I'm not trying to be an alarmist here, but we need to be prepared. And we need to be prepared that the funding will prioritize MAGA first. However, Project 2025 is going to sweep away human rights. It's going to annihilate them all across the United States. Elon Musk even foretold that when he said it's going to be prepared to be uncomfortable. What do you think he meant by that? He was basically telling you that not only are people going to be uncomfortable, people are going to cease to exist because funding for things that are keeping people alive, including disability, it's all going away. This really harkens back to the Hoover administration, who basically was letting people be unalived during the Depression. That was before Roosevelt. But now, for those of you who did not believe that Project 2025 was going to happen, let's talk about some of the things that you can expect. One of the first things that's going to happen is that you're going to start seeing the elimination of no-fault divorce. No-fault divorce saves women's lives because a woman can get a divorce from an abusive spouse without having to appeal to the courts for approval. You're also going to see a complete ban on contraception, so you might want to start stocking up on that. The IVF will be completely eliminated. I want you to look in the eyes of the child that you know that came to your family or your loved ones through the miracle of IVF. It's going away. I really hope you're comfortable working well into your late 70s because the retirement age is going to be raised. There will be massive cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and any kind of disability program. Project 2025 calls for the elimination of the Affordable Care Act and the return of pre-existing conditions determining whether or not you deserve to have health insurance. I really hope you can afford to send your children to private school because the Department of Education is going to be gutted. And the reason for this is to move tax money towards private Christian schools. There are going to be children who are not going to eat during the day at school because the free lunch programs are going to be eliminated. The list goes on and on. Now, I know most people are not going to pick up a 900-page document to learn about all the things, all the horrific things that are inside Project 2025. But if I were you, I would start paying attention, because if you are not impacted, someone in your life will be. I know you thought this was all about just being able to drill, baby, drill, and to sweep the streets of all the illegal immigrants, right? No, Project 2025 has always been about protecting the white Christian man to make sure that he stays in power. And the way they see doing it is the elimination of all the human rights that have been fought for. That single mother that's in your family, that's doing everything she can to keep a roof over her and her children's head, be ready to see her living in the streets, or you helping her financially, when these programs are gutted and she has nowhere to go, because Project 2025 only wants to reward their traditional families. And what do they consider traditional? A marriage between a man and a woman. So guess what else is on the chopping block? Same-sex marriage. And you better get a really good education on exactly what a tariff is, because the price of all our goods are getting ready to go up. And that's not everything. It's a 900-page document. And I know many of you, especially if you voted for Trump, you don't care about DEI initiatives. You don't care about the Civil Rights Act or the Voting Rights Act, but you have no idea how much those types of laws protect you or someone in your family. But you're about to find out. Project 2025 is going to change the structure of this country for years. Perhaps forever, I don't know. It's a very scary time, and we need to be prepared. And I'm talking to all of you. MAGA, you will not escape the pain of Project 2025. You voted for this.